Welcome to the Worcester Business Journal, Business Leaders One-on-One, a series of interviews with business leaders from across the central Massachusetts region. I'm Matt Pilon, and I'm here today with Matt Beaton, who is a freshman state legislator in the second year of his first term. And Matt is also co-owner and founder of Beaton Construction LLC, a firm based in Shrewsbury that specializes in green construction and efficiency. Welcome, Matt. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, Matt, in general, what do you see as the current state of the contracting business in our area? Have we recovered somewhat from the recession? What has the experience of your company been?
I'd say slowly. Obviously, the construction industry got hit really hard, especially in new construction, development of new homes. But the remodeling industry, maintained, and now we're starting to see an uptick. And I always gauge off of what the guys at the lumber yards are saying and what at the stores where the guys are coming in to get all their materials. And they are saying that there's an uptick right now, and especially now that we're entering into the spring season, we're really starting to see it come back a little bit. I think a little bit harder than the past couple of springs.
I see. Now, your firm has a special niche, in a way, for a construction firm, and that is in the green and efficiency areas. Mm-hmm. Was that helpful to you during the economic downturn?
Yeah, very much so, because at the time of the economic downturn, there was also a lot of new programs and a lot of new incentives that really sort of got the industry rolling a little bit more. We were doing it and maintaining throughout and before the economic downturn. But being in this niche with the energy efficiency where your eyes are on saving people money on their utility bills, it was really an area where along with the various programs that the state is offering, we were able to stay relatively busy throughout the tough economic times and actually grew a little bit. So we were able to weather the storm pretty well.
Where do you see the demand for those green services that you offer coming from right now? And could you give us a sort of a general description of the types of energy efficiency and green services that you offer?
We offer sort of a wide range of, in the green world, or whatever you want to call it, in the efficiency world. We always have an eye on the energy efficiency. That's always been my focus, both from my previous career and then right up to the founding and growth of our company. We offer general contracting services, so we can actually build a whole wide range, and there's many shades of green. So depending on we customize every project to every homeowner's desires. And there's, I guess, a couple of ways that I've always looked at it is there's the green products and the recycled products and things that you can put into a project that doesn't necessarily have tangible return on your investment associated with it. But where my passion's always been is the energy efficient structures and getting our existing housing stock to a higher level of energy efficiency, which not only helps the environment in the long term, it also helps save expenses on utilities and keeps a little more money in the homeowner's pocket.
Now, when a homeowner or a business owner starts to look at maybe some potential energy efficiency measures they could implement at their property, what sorts of financial considerations are there? You mentioned certain different shades of green, so I imagine that means different levels of pricing and financial considerations in that regard.
Mm-hmm. There's a number of ways we can go at it because I can walk into any building and probably identify a few standard things that are a problem with almost every house that we go into. Then we can dig in a little deeper and do an energy audit, and we can use a lot of the technology that we have, infrared cameras, blower doors, and a bunch of other little tools that we have in the trade to be able to really dig in and find all the little areas around the building that are losing energy, either little gaps or cracks, inadequate insulation, weather sealing around doors and windows. There's a lot of the little nuts and bolts that go into a house that over time get overlooked. We can really dive in, and we can actually go as far as doing a computer energy model on a house, actually model it in a computer software program and actually determine where the dollars are best spent for that specific project. So we can actually do a projection return on the investment based on current utility bills, and we can really dig in a little bit. It's obviously a little labor intensive to do that, but it is an option that with the right project we implement.
I see. Now, everybody obviously in Massachusetts seems to be talking about renewable energy, solar energy. There's state incentives for these things. More businesses seem to be, and homeowners for that matter, seem to be investing in solar. Where does building efficiency fit into you know, that realm of renewable energy.
Yeah, and I think, well, solar is, you know, photovoltaics traditionally thought of for the electricity generation component of it. You can also have solar hot water, which is for your domestic hot water use, and you can even use it for your heating. So when I look at, you know, starting on with a clean slate for a project, I always try to maximize the efficiency of the building shell, because essentially what you're doing is you're requiring that much less heat to maintain a comfort living environment. So if you can spend those extra dollars on whatever heat you're putting in, make sure you keep it in as long as possible. That's always our goal. So you don't have to spend and have as much of a capital outlay on some of these other energy efficient technologies, and you can really focus on the building shell and minimizing how much energy we need to put into the building. And you know, as a contractor, we you know, we offer all the different services, and we sort of, you know, project specific, pick and choose which model and which direction we want to go in, you know, which makes most sense for the homeowner's desires.
I see. Thank you very much, Matt.
My pleasure.
And thank you for joining us for Business Leaders One-on-One. For more news and insight about the Central Massachusetts region, please visit WBjournal.com.